Hello, folks. It is I, Rush Limbaugh, America's Anchorman. Basically, I have two reasons for coming back. One, well, I guess three. One, I want to get this account suspended with as much copyrighted material as possible. Therefore, me being on this show is a big infringement. Two, well, I have community service obligations because I got busted for drugs. As you may or may not know, I indulge in Oxycontin. And three, 20 million people can't be wrong. My opinion must always be right. So, okay, let's just go over Raw. You start off Raw with Vicky Guerrero pulling a suicide. You know, the arena's dark and she's already in the middle of the ring. So I guess we can conclude that Vicky Guerrero is suicide. Although, I guess that wouldn't make sense. But then again, WWE had the gobbledygooker. That was Clinton's fault too. Okay, so yeah, then Randy Orton and, his two cronies, Abercrombie and Fitch models. That was actually the only thing funny MVP's ever said. But yeah, you have Randall Orton and Priceless, known as Legacy collectively. I fell asleep during most of this promo. Not because of Randy Orton. He's my hero. He's from Missouri, like me. But every time I see or hear Cody Rhodes, he makes me fall asleep. Goodness. WWE, you need to fire Cody Rhodes. He is so boring. Even more boring than Lance Storm. But at least Lance Storm's gimmick was to be boring. He would be like, I'd like to be serious for a minute. His gimmick was to be boring, but at least he could wrestle good. Anyway, so they were talking, MVP comes out, dressed up as some kind of basketball player or whatever. All hippin' and hoppin'. And blah, blah, blah. Somehow he gets a match against Randall Orton. And Vicky Guerrero, or Suicide, however you want to, look at it, makes a number one contenders match for Judgment Day. And in the end, Big Show lost that, and Batista is your number one contender. Of course, that happened later in the night. Other matches included Leo DiCaprio. Excuse me, folks, I was choking on pie. You had Leo DiCaprio versus Kofi Kingston, who wins. You had some Six Diva Battle Royal. And then you had the Santina Morella thing. We're not going to get into that. That's retarded. Maybe WWE, that's why your ratings are lower than they were in the 90s. So basically, whenever you come up with a retarded gimmick, don't do it. That'll help your ratings. I think you had some other matches. Of course, MVP versus Randy Orton. Divas. I know I'm forgetting probably some match. Shoot. I don't know. Raw wasn't that good. I would like to point out that The Miz came out. And he was like, hey, I'm tired of seeing the same people in the main event. And he actually made some good points. Though I still wish The Miz would get hit by a train. So he was like, yeah. And then he left. And then the announcers are like, MVP looks like he's going to make a name for himself. He made some interesting points. And then they're like, so anyway, we're going to have Batista versus Big Slow. It's like WWE is mocking every YouTube shooter and, I guess, wrestling enthusiast around the world by recognizing our gripes and stepping on them anyway and saying, haha, we will do whatever we want. Which is kind of like I do, but I don't believe the WWE should do it because they're a bunch of liberals. And that's, since everyone does star ratings nowadays, I'm going to give this show, what the hell, I'll give it a 3 5/9. Because, it definitely had some potential as far as future feuds. Made some good points. But, some of the matches were short. But at least some of them were different. We got a little different stuff. WWE looks like they're trying to do something. Still have pirates. And oh yeah, we're all gonna die. Forgot to mention that. Because Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid and President Obama, somehow they're responsible for, what the hell is it? The swine flu. Didn't we just have the bird flu? Oh, well, It's all interesting, and I don't know, more pirates, copyright stuff. Yeah. So, I hope the Block's account gets suspended now. But on a lighter side, I'd like to mention that I enjoy his videos, if nothing else for his hypocrisy and idiocy. But my time is almost up. I'd like to say thanks to all the real Americans that listen to my show. For the rest of you, you can join Miz on the train tracks. Okay, folks. America, stay safe. Oh, and everything is Clinton's fault.